In this video, I will explain you what Hyperliquid is all about, how you can earn with Hyperliquid. They have amazing returns for your stablecoins, your USDC. As you can see, currently at 17%, but most of the time it's above 20% annually. So if you just leave the money in there, the APY would be even higher because of the auto compounding feature. And you can see there's a lot of total value locked. So there's a huge trust in this. So this is the Hyperliquidity provider. I will talk about that later. But also I want to tell you about Hyperliquid in general, why the Hype token is very attractive to buy and to hold for the upcoming crypto bull run. If we zoom out, we can see that the Hype token was launched in the beginning of December, end of November last year, and you can see it had a huge run up. So their hype is actually the right word for it, because there was a huge hype about it. The Hyperliquid exchange, which is a decentralized perpetuals exchange on an order book base, so it's like the decentralized Binance, people call it, has been operating for almost 2 years. And then there was a huge airdrop at the beginning of December, end of November, where 30% of the supply was already unlocked. And you can see people did not just dump, but actually more and more people got in and purchased into the Hype token. So it went up to almost $34-$35, and now it went down a little bit. The crypto market was very tough, as we all know. We also had the huge dump in the whole of the crypto market, but we can see Hype was not affected as much as other tokens, especially altcoins. We know all the altcoins are bleeding basically, but Hype was not one of them. So this is very interesting, and we can see it's quite stable in the range between $20 to $25, $27 more or less, and it's on a slightly upward trend as well, as we can see. So let's look a little bit more. So let's look at the top centralized exchange listings of Hype. Although Hype is placed number 20 in terms of market cap, it's not listed by the biggest exchanges. So there's no Binance listing, no Coinbase listing, no Bybit listing. And maybe it's because Hype is basically the decentralized biggest competitor for them. They don't want to push them too much, but it's very likely that sooner or later, if their community demands it, that they will list it. And this would mean that the price, of course, would go up because they have to accumulate the Hype token. We also see in the news, there's a lot of good news for them. There's basically whales accumulate Hype a lot. It's a very popular altcoin, one of the most popular altcoins. We can see in the allocation that basically the 31% are unlocked already of the total supply, and 23% are locked, and a lot of them tokens are also untracked, which can be seen as a little bit of a risk, because it's more or less a transparency issue, but it has not affected the price whatsoever so far. We can also see the unlock schedule here. It's basically more unlocks are not starting before 2026. So what is Hyperliquid all about? It's an own layer 1 blockchain that is EVM, so Ethereum virtual machine compatible, and it's basically conceptualized to become the liquidity hub for all of DeFi. And their big first step was the decentralized perpetual exchange, which is actually working as good as any other centralized exchange like Binance, and people use it a lot. I personally like to use it a lot. The founder team is extremely impressive, coming from Harvard, Caltech, MIT, and so on. There are no VCs involved in Hyperliquid, which is also very attractive and very interesting. So it's all organic without VC push here. So let's now look into Hyperliquid's buyback mechanism of the Hype token, which makes the Hype token a deflationary token. Hyperliquid is earning massive fees and it's using huge parts of the fees to buy back the hype token. It's bought into the assistance fund, and this assistance fund is buying some days more than 1 million worth of hype tokens back. So of course it fluctuates, it depends on the fees generated, but it's very, very high figures, and it's very constant, and it's growing because Hyperliquid is increasingly used for trading and by traders. And a lot of these bought back tokens are also used for burns. And this also stabilizes the price, as we have seen in the chart a lot. So Hyperliquid has a real utility and is earning real fees, and therefore has a lot of fundamental values compared to many other like altcoins or meme coins and stuff that don't have it. It's already used a lot. It has an increasing total value locked. Of course, you have to understand that this buyback all depends on the growth of the Hyperliquid platform. So you need to be bullish about Hyperliquid in general and that they will progress. And this progress is, in my opinion, ensured because there's a lot of upgrades coming to Hyperliquid. So there's a Hyper EVM, which is a huge upgrade and allows for dApps on Hyperliquid to integrate into the Hyperliquid exchange. So there's, for instance, lending borrowing protocols being built that directly allow to liquidate assets in Hyperliquid exchange, which is very interesting. There's a mobile app coming up. There's cross-chain integration and new products and more trading pairs. There's also plans to offer a huge spot market besides the perpetual market. And this is very interesting because this would add a lot of new volume. So if you can spot trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB coin, Solana, and so on and so forth. So this is very, very interesting. If this video has given you any value, please hit the like button now quickly. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on the next videos. Also, if you need any personal assistance in setting up your crypto cash flow portfolio according to your personal goals and risk tolerance, you can book a coaching call with me directly. Check the description of this video for further info. So let's now look directly into the Hyperliquid exchange. What you need is an EVM compatible wallet, which is, for instance, MetaMask or Rabby wallet, which would work best. If you want to deposit funds, it can be done through Arbitrum right now. The native bridge is through Arbitrum. So you need stable coins like USDC or USDT on Arbitrum, and then you select the amount, and then you can just deposit, and it will appear instantly. Maybe there will be more chains supported in the future, but right now it's only Arbitrum. So if you go into the section of vaults, you can see basically all kinds of user vaults which is allowing other traders with a certain track record to trade your funds, and they earn like 10% of the profits for that. But of course, you never know, and you have to be very careful which trader to trust. If you want to go the safe route, you just provide liquidity to Hyperliquid directly, and this is like the Hyperliquid provider. As description, it explains it's a community-owned vault, provides liquidity to Hyperliquid through multiple market-making strategies, performs liquidations, and accrues platform fees. This vault uses the following vaults as complement or component strategies, and so you can see fully transparent how the funds are allocated here. You can just deposit, and the deposit lockup is 4 days, but besides that, it's completely liquid for you. You can withdraw anytime. So this makes it very attractive. Right now, you can see we are at 17% APR, but most of the time it was above 20%, like in the last month, sometimes even 30%. So of course it fluctuates all the time, and you can basically see also what you have earned. You can withdraw it any time or let it auto compound. So let's look at the trade area. If you want to trade, I recommend you to use my referral link down in the description, which gives you 4% trading fee discount. So as you can see, you can basically select all kinds of coins and tokens, whatever you like. I have my personal favorites here marked for my long and short strategies, but it's a huge advantage, by the way, if there's a new token launching, which is highly demanded. For instance, a Trump coin or Melania coin, it was listed for perpetuals in Hyperliquid before any other centralized exchange. So if you want to be quick at trading perpetuals or new tokens, they will probably first appear on Hyperliquid. So as you can see, for trading, you can basically decide like the leverage, if it's isolated or cross, and you can long and short with market and limit strategies, whatever you want. You can take profit, stop loss directly before you set your trades, but also, of course, you can add margin, you can close with limit or market, whatever you want. You can also add track profit, stop loss later on if you want to, like just like that. It's extremely well done and comparable to Binance and all other advanced perpetuals exchanges. So if you just want to buy the Hype token, you can just enter this here and you can spot buy the Hype token as well. So if you don't want to leverage trade it, but rather just spot trade it because you're bullish on it, you can just do it here and basically spot buy it, and you can put it into staking. So the staking of the Hype token earns you currently around like 2 to 2.5%, and you can select the validator you like and put it into staking here. So to sum it up, for me personally, Hyperliquid is one of the best altcoins right now. It has a real use case. It has an increasing number of users. It has a huge roadmap ahead of it, especially for this year. And it has no more token unlocks until next year. So this gives me a lot of confidence just invest into Hyper token itself, and also invest basically into the Hyperliquid Vault to earn like a stable yield. So a combination of both makes a lot of sense to me. Of course, if you're more risk oriented, you can also directly look at trading Hype coin and maybe buy it at the low $20, $21, $22 and just let it ride with some leverage. I think right now the price is also quite interesting. So I hope this video helped you, and see you in the next one.